Hello again, this is Mitch from HatcheryManager.com. This is part 3 of our video demonstration series. In this video, we're going to show how you see the availability of the birds you have to sell and how you manage that availability. Here we are in order entry. In the previous video, we looked at John Smith and we placed some orders for him. Now we've clicked on the availability link and we're on the availability page in our order entry system. As a reminder, this is the back-end system for the hatchery owners and employees. The retail site will be demonstrated in another video. When we click on availability, this gives us an overview on the birds we have available to sell by breed, sex, and shipping date. For example, on October 12th, it shows we have 176 barred rock males available to sell. This figure is calculated by the number of chicks that we expect to hatch based on the data that you enter minus the number that we've already sold for that date. We've already sold some of these for that date, so those figures are already deducted. We have 176 males left to sell. Let's go ahead and see how we manage that. This is one of the key features of this system that differentiates us from the off-the-shelf shopping cart systems. Let's make a note of this figure. 176 barred rock males on October 12th. Now, let's click over to the birds application. This is where you manage the eggs set and hatched. Let's go ahead and choose the October 12th ship date. Here are the breeds, and we have projected to set 500 barred rock eggs for the ship date of the 12th, and we're projecting a hatch percent of 80%. These two figures combine to determine our projected availability of birds. Now let's go ahead and guess that we're going to do a little better on our hatch percentage and bump that up to 90% and click Save. The availability calculations normally run automatically in the background. To see the results right away, we can click the Calculate button, then go back to the order entry and take a look at the availability. As you can see, the availability has changed to 213. So the system has recalculated how many birds we'll have available based on what we've entered. Let's go back to birds and say we've actually set the eggs and didn't get quite as many as expected. So we're going to put in 400 eggs set. Then, let's click Save and calculate availability and go back and look at the availability. Now you can see that the availability of birds has changed to 168 based on what we actually set. Now, let's go back to birds and say we've actually hatched the birds, and out of those 400 eggs, we've hatched 300. We'll click Save and calculate again. Back to check the availability one more time, and we see there is a different figure. These figures automatically calculate in the background based on what you've set in the birds application for a given date, offset by what you've sold for that date. This feature really differentiates our hatchery management system from standard retail shopping cart software because it understands the lag time between setting eggs and hatching eggs, and that there are a number of factors that may affect how many eggs hatch and thus how many chicks you have available to sell. That's the end of part 3 of this demonstration. Thanks for watching.